Peter McCormick, and we're here today on the first edition of ERock's Corner. I'll be doing a wonderful interview today with a gentleman named Eric C. You may know him as ERock or Inspired Eric. You may know me as a journalist, interviewer, and amateur yodeler. Anyways, enough about me. Let's jump right into this interview, alright? Here we go. ERock. The first thing I'd like to do is just have you give us a little bit of facts and information about who you are artistically and professionally. Hey Peter, it's good to meet you. My name's Eric C. Some people know me as ERock, others know me as Inspired Eric. I've been playing guitar, singing, and songwriting probably for about 20 years. I've always had kind of a love for music, and I've had some really cool opportunities to, go down some different paths in the music industry, and I'm really excited to be getting back into music, and now, of course, my new venture with internet, posting things on YouTube. I consider myself a rock artist. At least that's the main thing that I'm drawn to. I'm really into hard rock, progressive rock. I also like sitting down and playing acoustically, turning a cover song into my own take on how I interpret it. I also enjoy doing that. Professionally, I actually work as a banker. I'm in online customer service, so I'm kind of behind the scenes, just helping out people day to day. But it gives me the opportunity to, help people there as well, and really kind of hone in on my talent of just showing people that I care. It's something that I really enjoy doing. And that's just a little quick bit about me, Peter. It's good to meet you. Did anyone ever say that we kind of look alike? Nah, not really. Never mind. Alright, thank you for that little bit of information about you. We appreciate that. It's always good to get to know someone a little bit better. Moving on into our second question, ERock, I'd like to ask you, I see that some of your first videos on YouTube, they're quite older, like your P90X results. What is it that has taken you so long to create more content? And what's the story behind the P90X videos? Well, Peter, that's a really good question. The story behind it is I was extremely out of shape. Probably 7 or 8 years ago, I was getting some health scares with things, and I really decided to kind of change my lifestyle and get in shape. Now, 7, 8 years ago, I was a lot younger and more naive and had a little bit of an ego. And so what did I do with my P90X videos? Yes, I altered the light. I probably should have just taken some normal ones looking back so people could see the right transition, especially with my final results. But it is what it is, and they're still out there. I'm still very active in the fitness community. After P90X, the reason why I didn't continue to make videos, I had a big personal event in my family's life that impacted me. I also lost my job. I was in a situation where I had to step back and reevaluate the things that were important in my life, and making more videos at that time, I just couldn't fit it into my schedule. Too many things personally going on for me that didn't allow it. What I did, fitness was a huge coping mechanism for me. The time that I was laid off on unemployment is I became a personal trainer. I've been a personal trainer almost going on 7 years now. I've been in and out of the field, always worked mostly part-time besides my more professional career in customer service. But personal training for me has always been about helping people. I never really sought to make big money with it. Of course, I would have loved to do that, but the way my cards were given, I just had to take what I was given and move on. I do still give nutritional advice. Anyone that's looking to better themselves, I'm always willing to help out. Even if you're in a bad place, I'm just willing to help give information, help get you fit or help get you healthy. What I really like to do. Hopefully, here in the near future, I'll be posting some new transformation videos. It's been 7 years, so I think it's time that I threw up some new result videos. Although I'm not doing P90X anymore, I do a broad range of different types of workouts and weightlifting. So I'm excited to just show what I'm doing, and maybe I can inspire some other people to a healthy lifestyle. I never call things a diet. I like to call it a live it. It's about eating right where you feel better and you're enjoying life. You just can't be miserable with what you're eating. So yeah, that's my P90X story in a nutshell. Alright, that's so great. I really appreciate the information and the story, the honesty that comes from you to see how you've grown into who you are today. That's really great. Alright, we're going to move right along into our third question. Give us a little more information about your music history, your resume, and what are your goals going forward with the music and yourself, ERock? My music history, I'll try to keep it short and sweet. Growing up as a kid, I got introduced to rock at a young age. I started off where I would just dance in my room and rock out, and I always kind of had a thought in the back of my head, how cool would it be to be on stage and get a chance to do that. There, my parents introduced me into actually ballet first, which I didn't last very long there. I moved on into hip-hop dancing, and then finally around the 5th grade I got put into the band. I started playing trumpet. Once I learned trumpet, I got my first guitar. I really just fell in love with it. Once middle school came around, one of my cousins, he introduced me to a band called Metallica, and I was just blown away. I was like, I want to learn this, I want to play this. I did continue to play in band throughout high school. I picked up a second instrument, the baritone. I got braces, and the trumpet, I just couldn't play it as well as I could. While in high school, I got my first electric guitar and my first amp. I joined a band. The band's name was called Mulch. We weren't the best of musicians, but man, it just sparked something inside of me that really just drove me to get better. Followed from Mulch, we became a new band called No Resolution. I played with them throughout high school until I went off into the Marines. In the Marines was kind of like awakening for me because I couldn't have my music or play my music as much, and it pretty much drove me insane because I wanted to play music so bad. So once I did get out of the Marine, I began pursuing it hardcore. I started doing vocal lessons and guitar lessons, just really to hone in on my craft. I started writing poetry, and then I auditioned for a Bay Area rock band who later became known as Ignis Verma. Still to this day, one of my best friends, his name's Jeff, he's the most talented guitar player. We still create music. We've got some projects going on there. Ignis Verma did fall apart. We had some mishaps with some drummers, and I was at a point where I wanted to pursue something so bad, and I saw an audition. This band messaged me. They had some endorsements and they had management, and I thought, wow, this is cool. I'm gonna go for it. Who knows what will happen? Their name was 6 Weeks Sober, and I was audition number 13, lucky number 13. Sure enough, they brought me in. They treated me like family, and I was with them for about 4 years, maybe 4.5 years. We got the opportunity to share the stage with many well-known acts. Tesla, Puddle of Mud, Oleander, Bobaflex, just to name a few. Played some really awesome shows, some sold-out shows. We got to tour around the country. We got to be a part of the Monsters of Rock cruise, where we sailed to the Bahamas and played a few shows on the cruise ship. Towards the end of it, this is probably going back about 1.5 years ago, because of touring so much, but we weren't so well known where we were making enough money, it just became a little bit of a burden on me financially and mentally. It got draining. So I decided to step away from that group, but I have nothing but love for those guys. Those guys are all my brothers. So now I took about 1.5 years off. I had to step back and become a fan of music again. And that's exactly what I've done. I've been going to all sorts of rock concerts. I've been listening to hundreds of different bands just to reposition myself and really learn how to appreciate the music and not just want to be famous or have some type of stardom. I really want just to reach out to people and have them enjoy my music. That's what my goal is with creating these YouTube videos. It's easier for me to manage my time and have my music known and get some cover songs out there to people than having to tour and be on the road and just constantly struggle. I just realized that although in my mind that was living the dream, but also in my mind it was just destructive. I experienced a lot of depression being on the road and us not getting the spotlight or recognition that I thought we would get. That's what my goals are right now, is to just stay steady with making videos on YouTube, recording songs. I've got a 3-song EP in the works. It's going to be a hard rock EP. I'm just kind of collabing with musicians right now. I'm not making any big commitments. I'm just making sure that I practice again and get back into honing in on my craft, really learning to fall back in love with the music. Well, I've got to say, that's very exciting. I think that's phenomenal what you're doing. Practice makes perfect, and if you continue to stay consistent like you are, I think big things are going to come of it. Don't you all agree? Alright, so we'll move on to our second to last question here. What are your challenges? What have you run into that has, got in the way from creating content and being the artist that you are? Well, Peter, I think for a lot of people, and a lot of people would say this, life just gets in the way sometimes. For me, like I said, that after I had finished P90X that summer, my brother was murdered, and it was devastating for me. It devastated my whole family, especially because I lost my job too. It was just really hard to deal with. But you have to move on, and I really learned to hold on to music and fitness to drive me forward, to always bring me out of the dark places. Trying to find work, that hinders your role in music. Trying to stay positive, it was a big hurdle for me. And then, the passing of my brother really took a toll on my dad. And then the worst luck, my dad ended up getting cancer and ultimately passing away from that. And my dad was my best friend. He was the guy that always had an open mind and told me I could do anything I want. We never tried to guide me in any direction. Music was something that I chose, and he was always very supportive of. And I'm so glad that he instilled that into me, because I'm always coming back to it. It's something I always come back to because I just love it so much. Other hurdles, there's been a couple times where I was almost homeless, where I had no money, where I didn't eat for a few days. There was no thought in my mind, what video am I gonna make next, or what song am I gonna play next? When you're hungry, when you're out of work, a lot of people go through those phases where it's just life, it just gets in the way, But I'm glad that as I've gotten older, I've learned so many ways to cope with it. I've learned to be open with my experience in hopes of helping other people learn how to cope. And I think that's one of the things that's allowed me to get past so many hurdles and obstacles lately, is being open with people, talking about it, talking to you, talking to anyone that will listen. It's a huge key factor in just being a better person, honestly. Communication, and you don't see a whole lot of communication anymore in this day and age. I guess that's how the times are right now. It's kind of sad, but I'm hoping to improve that. I just want to get out there and put some smiles on people's faces. I think that's where everything just starts. It starts with a smile, and hopefully I can help other people get past obstacles. And that's where it is. Sometimes life sucks. 99% of the time, life is good. You just have to find ways to cope with it, enjoy it, get out there, and be you, do you. Thank you for that. I think we can all agree running into obstacles like that, they always do prevent hurdles. It seems like if you persevere, you can get through it, and that's why myself and individuals like you are great motivators for that, to show people that anything is possible. And this brings us to our last question of the day. What's next for you? What's next? I've got a big list of projects and things that I'm working on right now. The next video that I plan to put out is going to be another cover song. It's a song I feel really comfortable with, but it's a song that I've also never performed, so I'm really excited about that. I'm not going to release the name or the details yet. I want everyone to be surprised when I put out that next cover song. I do have other videos in the works. I'll be sitting down and interviewing local talent in the Bay Area, trying to help them put on the map and network. Networking is really important to me. I want to make sure that I'm a positive force in the entertainment community, the music community, the art community. So for anyone out there that's watching, if you are living in the Bay Area of California, you want to do an interview, send me a message. I'll feature you on my page. We'll do some promoting and some networking. So I'm really excited about the interviews. I also have some personal training videos that I'll be doing, things like stretching videos, warm-up videos, foam rolling, just a lot of things that I learned how to specialize in when I was in the industry. I was really huge on mobility and flexibility, so you'll be seeing some videos of me doing that. On the side, I of course am working on some funny videos, trying to go a little bit out of my comfort zone and try something new. And so I'm working on some little comedy sketches and some alter egos. So those videos are in the works. They're more on the back burner, less important, but the cover songs and the interviews, the two biggest things I'll be focusing on, with sprinkling in some original songs as well as the fitness videos and the funny videos. That's what I'm up to next. I'm just here to motivate some people, inspire some people, put some smiles on their faces, give you some content that's enjoyable, easy to listen to. That's me. That's who I am. I care about people, I care about animals, and I want to excel in this, and hopefully all of you guys are going to support me. I know I've got your support, Peter. Appreciate that. It's been a great one. Thanks everybody for getting to know me a little bit better. You guys have a great one, and be well. Well, I tell you what, I'm really excited. It's been a real honor today getting to sit down and get up close and personal. We're gonna wrap things up today. All you YouTubers out there, it's been great. This is the first edition of ERock's Corner. I look forward to more appearances. We'll be handing it off here from now going over to ERock. But hey, you may see me again in the future. Just make sure that you click that subscribe button, like our video. Please share it with the rest of the world. This is Peter McCormick signing off. Goodbye, Bay Area, and goodbye, YouTube. Peace.